Welcome back to our enhanced coverage from the 2025 Canada Summer Games. It is time now for one of our medal matchups for women's box lacrosse, where these two teams will be fighting off to win a bronze medal. We have Ontario and Nova Scotia ready to go here today. Luke Much joined by Robbie Doherty for what is bound to be a competitive down-to-the-wire matchup here between these two provinces.
Absolutely, Luke. Going to be a seesaw battle here. It's going to be, in my opinion, the team who gets off to the best start and set the tone. We've seen these teams play throughout the round robin during the competition, but right now, medals are on the line. For these young athletes, that can certainly add to the focus. A little extra distraction, perhaps, as naturally they all want it so bad. They trained for years and years for this moment to go home with a medal. Now the chance for them to make it come true is here. It's going to be max effort on both sides. Should be a classic.
It definitely will be. And you talk about distractions. Some aren't, some are, but the fans are allowed back in here for the first time in a few days, so it will be an action-packed, loud crowd here in Paradise, Newfoundland and Labrador. We'll take a break for our national anthems. When we come back, the opening face-off from our bronze medal matchup. With our national anthem wrapped up, we are almost set for our opening face-off between Team Ontario and Team Nova Scotia as they battle it out for bronze. Taking a look at our starting goalies for Team Nova Scotia, Peyton Lawler will get the start wearing number 3 for the blue and white. And for Ontario, the 00 Annabelle White will get the nod in goal. Robbie, bound to be a classic here this afternoon.
Should be a great game. Both these teams worked so hard to get here. Anyone who's competed in any sport out here at the Canada Summer Games knows the time, the effort, and the commitment that it takes to get into the medal rounds, no matter what you're doing. And both these teams certainly want it badly. Nova Scotia on the bench. You can tell the focus. They are ready to go. Ontario, little meeting behind the net. This should be one for the ages.
You're right about that, and we are almost set and ready to go. It's great to have the fans back inside the double iceplex here in Paradise, just a short drive outside of our host city, St. John's. As we get set for our opening face-off here, bronze medal action. St. Hilaire for Nova Scotia will step into the dot. We are almost set. Our officials give us the thumbs up. That means it is go time for Ontario. Reese Jones in on the face-off, and it's a tie-up right off the bat. That is on for Team Ontario. Quickly, it's going to be Terrence with it. Terrence will hand that one across. Picking it up is going to be Windley. Windley trying to cut into the inside, and on goal, that one stopped up nicely. Stepping in the crease is Ontario. Back the other way we come with Nova Scotia. Great save to settle into this one for Lawler.
Yeah, certainly a confidence builder for Lawler. Tested early by the strong offense of Ontario. You know, the nerves are a little extra going into a game like this with medals on the line, but Lawler standing tall early on.
Here is Gould with it now for Team Nova Scotia. Howard in there for Ontario, trying to mix something up now as it's going to be passed up top. Looking to cycle one in. That one's going to miss off and wide as the shot clock expires. We'll have Ontario coming back the other way. It will be Armstrong handing things off to Howard.
Fast start to this game, Luke. Both teams coming out really showcasing their speed up and down, getting there in a hurry, giving themselves lots of time on the clock when they get in the offensive zone.
As we have Griffiths with it now for Team Ontario, down low battling. As a quick little flip shot in there, that one will be turned aside again. Ontario going to maintain possession. Here's Griffiths with it again on the give and go, trying to cut it to the inside. That one didn't work out. Still 20 seconds left to go on the shot clock here. As we have Rossetti. There's Rossetti with it again now, trying to find any space. Nova Scotia so aggressive, that one in the inside. Just missing the mark there was Chapman for Team O. As we come back with it again now.
Great defense from Ontario, staying back and not letting Nova Scotia get out of their own zone with that new shot clock. But here we go, a chance for them offensively.
McRae with it now for Team Nova Scotia. Flip shot in, that one's going to be just wide of the mark. Is Key with it now for Team Ontario. Throwing that one up for Terrence. Terrence with it, taking her time as the forward starting to come out here for Ontario. It's going to be passed along for Armstrong. Inside of the offensive zone, cutting to the inside. Great stick check there by Hayward for Nova Scotia. Long pass up just out of the reach there, the intended target. And Ontario going to get an opportunity, but a good forecheck here by Nova Scotia. Going to work that one free and back into their hands as a great individual effort from Mackenzie Rosson.
A great play from Hayward from Nova Scotia, back preventing a big scoring chance for Ontario.
Great stop there by White as the rebound trickles off into her stick side corner. These two teams battling it out in the left corner here, up top, right down, Main a shot in, that one stopped. Rebound stopped up in the crease by Lang, and she will take it from there. As the 5-second count starts from the official, she's going to try to burn her opponent off to the outside as we have Stort with it now. Walking in, here's Stort, jamming on the brakes, looking for the feed, nobody home. This one's going to be off and wide as the goaltender will step in to stop that one. Lawler with it now. Trying to fire one up. Nice pass there, just in and out of the cradle. And now back again, we will come with Ontario. Quick spin here. Armstrong walking in. Has a teammate to the right. She'll take a shot. She'll score. Armstrong opens things up early on in our first period.
Great patience by Armstrong. Picks up the pass, takes her time, doesn't try to get too flashy. Gets a clear look, picks her spot, hits the target. And what a confidence booster for Ontario early on.
Well, you're right about that one. Fakes the pass one way, puts it 5-hole the other.
There you see a look at it, just slowing down, saw an opening. You can see her focus, trying to get to that bottom left, let it bounce off going in. and that's a big goal for Ontario.
Nova Scotia too early on the face-off. It's going to be an Ontario ball as we have Terrence with it now. Within striking distance once more here for Team Ontario. To the inside, right down Main, they score again! Just like that, 2-0 for Team O.
You talk about awareness, knowing where each other is at all times, and Anastasia Terrence just anticipating Noganash coming into the middle. Gets it there in a hurry. Let's take a look as Terrence just envisioning where she's going to be, able to pick up the pass by Togunish and a quick shot. Lawler didn't quite have time to catch up, and a nice goal. And that's mega momentum early on for this team in red.
It definitely is an early 2-0 lead. Although anybody who knows lacrosse, there can be some high-scoring games. Wouldn't be astonished if this is one of them. As these two teams working it in down low, right along the glass here at the double iceplex in Paradise. As we have a whistle and a minor infraction, so Ontario will head back the other way with it. 14.5 left to go here in period number 1. It's going to be Windley with it. Windley again still walking around the semicircle, hands it off, shot in. Nice stop there by Lawler. She's gonna pass this one out herself. Winds up, sends one all the way down. Great pass there. And here comes Team Nova Scotia. Collins looking for help off the bench. Fakes it one way and will dish one off to the other. Martin now walking in. Still it's Martin. Looking, trying to find a lane. That one stopped again. White has been sharp here today. As another one off of her and out of play.
A great play by Martin to get that shot off in a hurry.
As again now, here is Anthony for Team NS. Nice defense there from Hill. Trying to work that one free. Again, just winding down the shot clock here on a quick reset, so still 25 seconds left to go. As the ball worked free, and we'll have another reset as Ontario goes into offense. Here comes Howitt. Howitt wheeling in, burning by one, cutting to the inside. Nice stop there by Lawler. Nova Scotia quickly out of the crease. Here's a transition game, so important in lacrosse as London with it now.
Nova Scotia, it's really important they don't hit the panic button here. Getting down too early in a medal game, it's pretty easy to lose focus and, being too scared to lose instead of staying focused to try and win the game. But they seem to be doing a great job of that. Some great offensive opportunities in the last couple minutes.
All about settling in here at the Canada Games. A long shot in with the shot clock expiring, and Ontario will look to change. Is Kerner with it. Throwing it up quickly for Stewart. Stewart again with it now. Stewart trying to look for the open feed, and she finds one quickly to the inside. Nice stop there as Griffiths tried to get Ontario up by 3. Again now, quick flip pass to the inside. That one just off and wide. Ontario still controlling a great opportunity for Noganash, looking for her second of the game already. Nova Scotia trying to get this ball back. It's Ontario who still has it. As Ontario, 10 seconds left on the clock. They got to make a pass here. Nova Scotia grabs it, and they will head the other way.
A great job throwing it into the middle. Good things are going to happen. That's twice now. We've seen a goal once from it, but another great play by Stewart at the other end. Just putting it in the middle, gets picked up and a quick shot. Doesn't score, but creates an opportunity.
Here's a big shot, and that one's just going to tip off and wide. Is getting a piece of that one was White. St. Hilaire making the pass over. Nice move to the inside. Collins spins and fires. That one couldn't fall either. It's back again. It comes for Terrence in Ontario. Here's Terrence. Collins trying to meet her. Terrence around Collins now in on St. Hilaire. Good box out by St. Hilaire. Pushes Terrence off to the side as she will head off for a change.
Well deserved. Great speed. Taking it from her own end all the way down. Really setting the tone for Ontario.
Windley, excuse me. A shot in, that one blocked, and that one stung Bowers. Another shot coming in, that one just off and wide. Shot clock will reset. Bowers going to get off for a change. That one hit her right in the leg. As Hayward will dish one off, and here comes the offensive 5 for Team Nova Scotia.
Keeping an eye on the bench. The medical staff tending to her as That one hit hard right off her leg. Seems to be okay.
Speaking from experiences, those ones definitely hurt, as here's Team Nova Scotia with it now. Handing it off, Avon. Nice pass back, a shot in! Good save there by Team Ontario's netminder, Annabelle White, who's been great here thus far.
Nova Scotia really coming on offensively here momentarily. Seemed like they're a lot more relaxed, a lot more focused, sticking to the basics. Perhaps they shook the nerves off a little bit, Luke. Unfortunately, they find themselves 2 down and have some work to do, but really working well as a unit compared to the start of the game.
Yeah, you can say that again, as Ontario looking to set up Armstrong. Already with one on the day, cutting to the inside. Look at this effort, and a nice stop there by Lawler. Lawler's been strong here today too.
Certainly has responded to the pressure. Imagine being a goalie heading into a medal game. A lot of extra pressure added.
Gould will throw one in deep. Gould still now after that one. Ontario's going to jump into the play and win that one back is Lang. Trying to get by Collins. Lang will cut over. With help now is Lang. She'll wait for a few more bodies off the bench before dishing that one across. As we have Rossetti with it. Rossetti looking to cut down the inside, trying to set up here. We're around halfway through our first period. From the bronze medal matchup, 2-0 for Team Ontario. A shot in, this one up and into the netting and out of play, and we will have our first time out here. We are around 10 and a half minutes through our first period. It has been back and forth. Shot 7-5 in favor of Ontario. Scored 2-0 in favor of Ontario thus far.
Yeah, Ontario doing a good job of setting the tone early on, really controlling the speed of the play. Here's a few looks of both teams offensively throughout the period, and Armstrong with that nice goal. You see the level of focus on Armstrong. She knew exactly where she wanted to go with that. Lawler not much of a chance on it, and there's the second one, that give and go. That was so lethal for Ontario, but as we mentioned, Nova Scotia really doing a great job of sticking with it. They seem to be more controlled, more poised, more in control of their own game and controlling the play as we're halfway through this period. So still a lot of game left. This could be very good.
Definitely a lot of game left as these two teams battle it out for the bronze at the 2025 Canada Summer Games. We are almost set and ready to go again. As Alina Collins will play one up. She'll hit Martin in stride. Martin with it, trying to switch onto the offensive mindset. She'll lay a pass down that is just out of the reach of Anthony. And down it goes. Team Ontario quickly trying to answer back. As racing up the sideline is Thornley. Thornley with it now. Has one cutter, she'll lay it back. As it's going to be Windley with it now. Windley around the outside. Still, it's going to be Windley looking for a setup here. As down low it goes, now trying to throw one out into the middle. Nice stick check there. As Team Nova Scotia will gain control. A good feed ahead by Lawler as it's going to find Collins in stride. Collins waiting for help. Doesn't look behind her, and a quick cross check there. Caught her by surprise, but she's able to send it out. Collins again with it, a shot, and that one took a deflection. Didn't hit the target. Back it comes again now from Mills. Mills lays it back. St. Hilaire's shot in, just missing again. Getting a piece of it was White, and the shot clock resets. Team Ontario will grab it, and they will look to move up again. As a nice feed. Here comes Team O. Windley with it now. Around the outside, shot in. Looking for the high side shoulder. Just couldn't sneak it by Lawler.
And the rough stuff starting up along the boards. A lot of intensity between both these teams. Ontario doing a great job of moving it in transition, and especially in the offensive zone. Staying patient and waiting to pick their spots.
As Naganash sends one down low, she'll get it back, a shot, and that one will be turned aside on a good opportunity for Chapman. Again, it's going to be Team Nova Scotia. Here's Avong throwing one up. That one will not connect, and Team O on an opportunity to strike back. We have Armstrong in with it. Pump fake pass, looking to hand it back. Now Armstrong cutting to the middle. Nice stick check there. Slows down Armstrong. That shot off and wide. Good recollect by Team O. There's Griffiths with it now. Griffiths again out to the inside. That one's not going to work out either, as it's going to be Rossong with it. And a little bit of breathing room here, only for a few seconds, as this one will find McRae.
Ontario
pass.
certainly coming off that mid-period timeout, sharp, focused. Their speed definitely high. They've controlled it since that buzzer sounded 3 minutes ago.
Here's Anthony now for Team Nova Scotia, walking in a shot, and grabbing that one will be White on a nice stop as Terrence comes in to grab the loose change.
Great placement with the stick. That ball slipping out of her pad and rolling out, so great awareness from White.
Now Rossetti with it, the captain for Team Ontario, trying to lead her team to a bronze medal finish here. Handing it off. Winley trying to find some space on a great effort. Shot coming in. That one couldn't fall. There's a great stop there by Taylor, as we will grab the ball and pick things up with Nova Scotia back behind their own crease.
We talked about Ontario coming out strong since the mid-period timeout, and now it's Nova Scotia's turn to respond. You saw them play pretty well right before that timeout for about 4 or 5 minutes, getting some chances, slowing things down, controlling the pace. They're going to have to go back to that as just 5 minutes left remaining in this first period.
Hallett will throw one up. Taking over from there is going to be Griffiths. Griffiths will look to set up a play here. Ontario cutting to the inside, all 5 red jerseys floating around. As again now, here comes Armstrong right down main on a nice move. Able to make the save is Lawler, who will hang on, as it looks like we have a delayed penalty perhaps.
Interesting call.
And we do. So it looks like a Team Ontario power play. St. Hilaire heading to the box for 2 minutes. And Ontario with an opportunity to grow this lead. 5:23 left to go in the first period.
Certainly not what you want for Team Ontario, trailing by 2 against this very tough Ontario team, and going down a player shorthanded. Not going to help their cause as 2 minutes coming up of 5-on-4 in favor of Ontario. They're going to have to buckle down, make sure they do the little things well to kill off this penalty.
Exactly right. Here's Team Nova Scotia getting taken down there. Now Rossetti back the other way. Ontario trying to strike and advance their lead to 3. They lead in shots 11-7 and a minute and a half left to go on this power play as it's handed across. It's going to be Jones with it now. Jones down low, looking for help to the inside is Rossetti. That one's going to be stopped up by Lawler. Quickly closed in on, but a back in, and it will be a Team Ontario ball after Team Nova Scotia in and out of the crease.
Great job by Nova Scotia keeping them to the outside. Ontario tried that give and go in the middle of the game. Again, not near as much room to work with, so Nova Scotia definitely responding to what's in front of them.
Ontario, such good cutters on their team. They know when to go. Is taking a bump there on the way out of the zone was Hayward. She's still able to get the ball down in time.
Nova Scotia hanging back, taking any unnecessary risks.
As they will form into their box here with 35 seconds left to go on the man advantage for Ontario. Cutting back to the inside was Winley trying to get one to drop. She misses the target. Winley with it again now. Here's Rossetti. Their midline change, so Rossitti's going to have to hold the ball here and wait for help. Quickly on is going to be Jones for Team Ontario, handing it off. There's a big shot. They score. Olivia Winley will make it 3-0 for Team O.
Well, we talked about Nova Scotia doing such a great job of keeping them outside, not letting them get in close to the slot and setting up that box formation on the penalty kill. And Ontario doing a great job now of responding, hanging back a little bit. Instead of trying to move in, they stay patient, see an open shot, they took it. Good things happen when you take shots, and that's proof in the pudding. 3-0.
Is that one from distance. Robbie, to your point, that's the only thing that was given to Team Ontario. They took it, and they made it count. As again, Nova Scotia jumping on the face-off the 3rd out of 4th time here this game. And it's going to be Ontario off the face-off, controlling again. Here's Griffiths. Right back in again. As she takes it down low, pressured quickly by a couple blue sweaters, as this one's going to be handed off. Rossetti with it now, looking for the open teammate, and she's got her. as Jones pressured. Aggressive defense. Good pick there by Team Ontario. Nice pass over to the inside. Turn the fire by Griffiths was just off. The shot clock resets. Team Nova Scotia an opportunity here. Time to answer back. Down by 3. 2 minutes and change left to go in the first. McRae with it, still pressured by Griffiths, who will not leave her alone. Nova Scotia trying to set a pick. They do, and they're able to get it up the floor. Quickly in now is going to be London with the shot. That one stopped up by White.
And a great job by the Ontario defensively, not letting Nova Scotia in close to get a quality chance. They forced them to take the shot from a little bit more distance they would have liked, and able to keep it out.
Again, here's Team O, dictating the pace here, sticking to their game plan. 10 seconds left on the shot clock for them. It's going to be handed across. Ontario with it, driving in. That one's going to be stopped. Big hit there by Team Nova Scotia afterwards. On the play is here we have Terrence with it again. She loses the ball to the inside. It goes, a battle for it. 4 Nova Scotia sweaters around 1 red sweater, trying to push for it, and it's going to stay a Team Ontario ball. How about that effort? 4-on-1 by Haley Armstrong.
Doing a great job of staying physical as well. Ontario trying to get in there and standing their ground was Nova Scotia.
Backdoor, here's a shot in. That one stopped by Taylor. Fantastic stop from the Team Nova Scotia netminder. And it looks like another power play opportunity for Team Ontario.
You just don't want to see Nova Scotia lose their focus here. Let the emotions get the best of them. Now's the time to stay tough mentally. And here you see the pretty clear cross check in front. So it'll be a man advantage for Ontario.
So Lacey Poirier will head off as we have Team Ontario setting up again. Lucia Rossetti will grab it back. Nice pass, threading the needle to the inside. Again, a shot. Ontario so strong when to send their cuts. It's been working out great for them. Here's Nova Scotia. Good dump and chase there by Lawler, excuse me.
Lawler's been so good with that stick, completing a lot of long passes, helping Nova Scotia in transition and trying to catch Ontario off.
She's been doing a great job as here we come. 20 seconds left to go in the period. It's going to be a 6-on-4. Nova Scotia with another penalty. Here's Ontario, a shot, and that one stopped. The whistle blows, and it's going to be a cross-checking call on Team Nova Scotia. Heading off will be Maggie McRae. So a dangerous opportunity here. 5-on-3, 13.9 seconds left to go. Nova Scotia trying to get out of this period unscathed.
We talked about the emotions being so important right now and all that mental training that these athletes have done. This is where you need to lean on it and let it happen. Don't get out of your
in tight backdoor feed. That one stopped by Lawler again. Again now. Here's Ontario, a shot. That one blocked. And a great couple saves there by Lawler. Sorry to cut you off, Robbie. The action non-stop here from Paradise, Newfoundland and Labrador.
Well, it certainly is, and great pass work from Ontario to close off that period. There you see that couple big goals to kick things off, and Nova Scotia finding some penalty trouble, but the game continues for bronze after this.
I am yellow today. I shine my light out like the sun. I am blue today. Calm as glass and cool like the sea. I'm a rainbow today. All the colors.
Newfoundland and Labrador. Hello.
Hi, remember me? We bought your old house.
Yes.
We brought some mail.
Oh.
Hey.
The diaper subscription. I forgot to cancel it.
Yeah.
Oh, I bet the memories are coming back now. The Bebo app helps you keep an eye on where your money's going.
Like how?
Well, for one, it would have told you the subscription price had gone up multiple times.
It's a lot of diapers.
Well, extra's good. So where's the baby?
Oh, he's right here. This is the baby.
And that ain't no baby.
We need to talk about good vibes only in sports.
At Canada Games and beyond.
Que du positif.
Good vibes only.
That means everyone has a right to a safe,
inclusive environment.
Ça veut dire un environnement exempt d'abus,
harcèlement et de discrimination.
Together, we can stop
maltreatment in sport.
Défendons l'équité et le respect.
Let's keep the good vibes going.
pour les athlètes d'aujourd'hui,
Et pour ceux de la relève,
If you see something,
say something.
élevons nos voix pour un sport sécuritaire.
Good vibes only.
que du positif.
For millions of Canadians, too much screen time is a big issue. But for millions of others, zero screen time is an even bigger one. We are committed to growing digital inclusion.
Calling St. John's unique is like calling a humpback a goldfish. It's wildly different here.
Recycling sounds good on its own, but when it's done right, it's even more rewarding. And with Green Depot's express service, there's no waiting. Just drop and go. Who wouldn't love the sound of that? Visit greendepotnl.ca to learn more.
It starts with a spark and becomes a guiding light. Teamwork, friendship, getting social. When the games are gone, the games go on. Orange Store. Fuel the spirit.
It's my time, it's my time, it's my time. I'ma leave it all on the line. Better believe I'll get mine. Now or never, it's my time, it's my time, it's my time. I'ma leave it all on the line. Better believe I'll get mine. Now or never, it's my time, it's my time, it's my time.
United Brotherhood of Carpenters and Joiners Local 579 is proud to welcome the Canada Games to our home this summer. UBC Local 579, building great things in Newfoundland and Labrador.
Welcome back to the 2025 Canada Summer Games. Our bronze medal action continues here from Paradise, Newfoundland and Labrador, as it is currently 3-0 after one period of play. Ontario off to a great lead. Nova Scotia going to try to answer back here in the second frame. Ontario, as you can see on your screen, two-man advantage for 1:02, and then another 35 seconds of 5-on-4 action. This time it's Ontario going too early on the face-off, and we'll have St. Hilaire with the ball. As again, here's St. Hilaire. St. Hilaire with it. She is attacked by three players, and she's going to keep the ball on a great individual effort. And really, it's going to be a 1-on-5 here when Team Nova Scotia's in the offensive zone. On the 5-on-3 still, St. Hilaire just trying to get it deep, and then the other two Team Nova Scotia players have to sit back. They got to respect the threat that Ontario brings. And it's still a Team Nova Scotia ball. That is insane. Great effort here by St. Hilaire. That pass picked off though. Back the other way comes Team Ontario. Nova Scotia late on the change. They need someone back. Eventually now back they will come. So a 5-on-3, now a 5-on-4.
Great effort by St. Hilaire on our own end. Staying with it, fending off 3 red jerseys and able to keep possession at a time like this.
As Ontario grabbing it, they need a shot quick here. 5 seconds left to go on the shot clock. Got to make a cut in. There's the shot. And Nova Scotia trying to grab it. We are now back in play. Nice pass ahead as here comes Team Nova Scotia's captain, Isabel Hayward. Hayward pressured hard here from a few Team Ontario opposition members as Winley in there with Howitt. And down goes Hayward, and it will be a Team Nova Scotia ball.
Certainly getting physical in the corners. Winley really doing a good job of staying intense, and Nova Scotia maybe feeling that one is going to head for the bench.
Yeah, the official blew the whistle too early here. Nova Scotia's just got to sit back. Hayward trying to get back to the bench. Now she does. And we will keep going as this one's going to be cleared off and wide. Nova Scotia only has 4 on the floor right now, and it's even strength. Here comes Ontario back the other way. Howitt with it now, looking to pass one over. Team O trying to set up now the 5th on for Team Nova Scotia after a bit of communication. Armstrong with it, looking to make a play, can't do so. Back again now, here comes Nova Scotia. Rossong with it, quickly pressured by Armstrong, tries to scoop that one up. As Rossong and Armstrong both in a battle for it here. Now Nova Scotia able to get it as they will switch back to offense.
Nice speed down the field from Bowers.
And
Doing
a nice
good job
pass.
of just setting the tone in the offensive zone. Nova Scotia with some time.
Nice feed over that one, in and out of the cradle, picking it back up again, but the shot clock has expired. Team Ontario looking to break up the ice quickly off the bench, and a nice pass in. Good sidestep, cutting to the inside, a shot, they score!
What a heads-up play.
Griffiths buries another, and Ontario up by 4.
We talk about awareness so much. Griffith off the bench, knew the play was coming at her, kind of flew under the radar for a bit. When they were close enough to make an easy pass, she made herself available and visible, took the pass, and walked right in. Lawler, not much of a chance on that. Is a great shot.
Now 4-0 for Team Ontario. 16 minutes left, approaching that in our second period. Ontario winning the face-off, and here they come again. Jones cutting inside to the zone, misses that pass, and now here's Team Nova Scotia on the way back. Trying to wheel in, it's going to be London cutting to the goal. A shot in, that one stopped by Payne once again for Team Ontario. Back in called against Ontario. Nova Scotia will grab the ball. As it's St. Hilaire. Going back now to Collins, working it around. Here's a shot in, that one off the shoulder. And Ontario will gain possession. Long feed ahead outside of the reach of Terrence. Trying to grab that one is Lawler and bring it back into the crease. She just ran out of room. As Terrence with a bump from behind. And now here's Team Nova Scotia controlling.
Nova Scotia, last couple of minutes, done a lot better job of going back to basics, sticking to their systems, trusting it. They've gotten a few opportunities. They'll need to put one by by Payne shortly.
As we have Team Nova Scotia with it still. Nice stick check here by Ontario on another one. As trying to work it free is Raciti. She'll be able to grab that one in stride. No, just trickles under her stick. Collins on the way back. And we are going to have a penalty call. As a holding call, I believe, against Howitt it looks like. And it will be against Howitt. So Team Nova Scotia with their first power play opportunity of the game.
Yeah, if you're Nova Scotia right now, this is where you really got to buckle in. Dial in. You have an opportunity. The start of the game hasn't gone your way. You're a great team. You belong in this bronze medal game. You worked so hard to get here. Here's a break. You've got a man advantage. Try and get back to business. Focus in. Do what got you here and make the most of this man advantage.
There's a big shot in. This one's just going to drag off wide. Again, now it's going to be Collins back for it. That one gets away from her. Here comes Stort in on a 1-on-3 is Stort, and she's content to kill the clock here. Quickly pressuring her is going to be London. Stort will hand it off to Armstrong. Jumping on that one and able to knock it free is Poirier. But we will have a minor interference, and back it comes into the hands of Team Ontario. Short-handed for another minute 15.
And a big 30 seconds on the clock for Ontario. Just a minute 8 left in on the short-handed streak. Power play for Nova Scotia.
Team NS, Team Ontario battling it out right now. 4-0 the score as we approach the halfway point in our second period. Ontario off to a good start. Nova Scotia on a power play right now, but Ontario doing such a good job of shutting them down.
They sure are. And most of this power play taking place in the Nova Scotia end, so they're going to have to turn up the volume a little bit if they want to put one on the board. Almost midway through this game, trailing by 4.
Here's Wilkie at the top. Hands it off to St. Hilaire. Hilaire will get it back. Back for Wilkie. Moving it around. Great ball movement here by Team Nova Scotia. Trying to find a lane into the inside. That's not going to work out. Picking it up and able just to grab it as the shot clock expires. So Ontario will have an opportunity to clear the zone. As it's Terrence. Terrence again with it now, but a wild swing. And now back it comes here for Nova Scotia. As Team Nova Scotia. Here comes McRae with it. Here's a shot in that gets tipped off the goaltender and heads off wide. It's another good save by Payne. Back again. Here's McRae. Not stopping. Blows a tire though. Now back the other way. There's a battle for the ball. Nova Scotia trying to keep it under control. Eventually they do. No, it gets knocked free. And again now, here comes Howitt in, one-on-one to the goal, scores! Howitt gets it to go, 5-0 Ontario.
Yeah, talk about effort from Howitt. I'm not talking about even the goal, I'm talking about back in the Nova Scotia zone, just staying with it. 2 Nova Scotia defenders on her, loses it, keeps fighting for it, keeps fighting, and eventually picks it up, saw a break, and makes the most of it. Great effort from Howitt to just stay with it the whole play through, and it paid off.
That was a battle for that ball, and a great job by Howitt. That was a 2-on-1, and she won it. That goal definitely well deserved for Sophia Howitt.
Certainly was. She earned it. You can't say she didn't earn that goal.
And as back for Ontario again as they look to set up, it's going to be Terrence. Terrence with it now, handing it off, dishing it down low. Here's Armstrong. Armstrong back to the inside again. A nice idea, just couldn't work out as Griffiths with it. Back door is open. Here's the pass. And a miscommunication there between 2 Team O members. And it's going to end up in the hands of the blue and white. Wilkie with it. Wilkie trying to set up here. As we have London looking to move their way into the inside of the semicircle. As we have Collins again, dishing it off wide. Trying to find a shot is Martin. She'll go back over for Collins. 5 seconds left to go on the shot clock. Team NS needing a shot. There's the pass. Here's the shot. Just too late.
Nova Scotia just not even able to create anything off. Ontario really doing a great job in the defensive zone, keeping Nova Scotia boxed out, not letting them get in close to get a quality shot. It paid off as Nova Scotia barely 1 second to get that shot off.
Again now, it's going to be Ontario looking to set up here. As we have Stort with it now. Cutting to the inside was Jones. That one just out of her reach. Nova Scotia grabbing it as it will start with Lawler. Lawler goes to Collins. Collins goes up the floor. Here comes McRae with it. McRae around 1. Still McRae trying to work it down to the inside. Just over the target as McRae with a good opportunity there.
Talk about a leader really taking the ball into her own court.
Now this one cutting towards the goal. Scores! Howitt again. She cannot be stopped. 6-0 for Team O.
Certainly a dominating performance from Ontario here. They were going back on the offensive flurry. 9:20 remaining in this period. Nova Scotia going to have to train. Here's another look. Look at that ball movement. Staying focused, teasing the goalie a little bit, trying to maybe make her think she's going to go high. Downstairs between the legs, and that's it.
A strong finish there from Sophia Hallett, her second of the game. With 9 minutes left to go here, it's going to be a great face-off win for Team Ontario. As we have Armstrong with it, ball off and into the bench. Nova Scotia will take over from there. As we have Collins. Collins with it, looking to make her way in. A shot in, that one off the face mask of Payne, and we will have a whistle. Team Ontario will take over from there, but first we have our timeout in the second period. Team Ontario really turning it on here in period number 2.
Certainly are, keeping the momentum going, really picking up the speed in this game, controlling the speed, controlling so much, especially in the offensive zone, getting into the corners first, kind of just has Nova Scotia off place, not sure where they are at all times, trying to get them out of position. They've done such a good job of that, and then when they do break down in the offensive zone, they have so many chances, and they've just been capitalized. They're not just shooting it on net for the sake of shooting. They know where they're going with it, staying controlled, staying focused, not rushing it, and hitting their spots, and that's led to 6 goals unanswered here thus far.
Shots 24-13. Ontario nearly doubling, but Nova Scotia still with some great opportunities here all throughout this one. Just not able to beat Kaylee Payne thus far. As a strong effort for sure. That's been the story of this Canada Games. Compete down to the final buzzer. We saw it yesterday. 5,000 meter canoe kayak. Everybody finishing those races.
Certainly right. What an exciting day of coverage that was yesterday at canoe kayak. And today, certainly high impact, high speed, but what a performance by Ontario. And they're going to look to keep this going, but right now is the time they need to look around and see where they're at, not take any unnecessary risk, not get too excited, stay focused, stay in the moment. And if you're Nova Scotia, you just got to remember you can dig yourself out of this. There's still almost half a game left, still lots of plays to be made. Try to get momentum, start with one, keep chipping away, keep chipping away.
There's no doubt about that. Chip away. Definitely the message here for Team Ontario. 8.5 left to play from our second period of play in our bronze medal matchup for women's box lacrosse. Team Ontario trying to work it in, losing a stick as Nova Scotia. Here comes the shot. That one off and wide as it's a big reach up to grab that ball. Nova Scotia will grab it, trying to maintain control.
Nova Scotia now, let's see if they can create something, kind of turn up the volume and respond to the offensive flurry that Ontario's given.
Look at this, walking in. What an effort there, end-to-end, Gabby London. Wow.
That timeout came at a great time for Nova Scotia. They know they're going to have to change something up, whether it's turning up the intensity or just try anything different. A good chance for the coaching staff to reel them in a little bit, calm them down, and get themselves back in this game.
Winley will take a shot there at one of the opposition, and that will result in Nova Scotia getting the ball back. Wasn't able to grab that one there, was McRae. Back again we will come. Terrence with it. Trying to work her way inside of the offensive zone. Still it's Terrence. Going around the long way, waiting for a line change. She's going to cut right out in front. A shot in the crease. It's going to be waved off. It's a good heads-up play there by the Nova Scotia defender. Able to bump Terrence into the crease, and that allows the goal to be called off.
Terrence saw an opening and took it, and what a great player she is. Just seeing that opening, take it. Yes, she did get back in the crease, but
a heads-up play nonetheless.
Yeah, great awareness of where you are at all times.
Oh, I like the idea, and I like the idea of Nova Scotia pushing her into the crease. It doesn't matter how you get there. If you're in the crease, you're in the crease. And that ball will not stay in for a good goal. So still 6-0, 6:40 left to play in period number 2 as Collins with it. Throws it in down low. Again, it's going to be in the favor of Nova Scotia. Ontario quickly pressing, trying to work that ball free again, and this time they do. Grabbing it will be Hill. Around Howitt, trying to split a couple Nova Scotia jerseys, and she does that. Now waiting for her teammates to get a line change as Hill dishes one across for Lang. Lang will move that one up. Ontario on the attack again, looking to press. It's going to be Griffiths, already with one. Hands it off for Raciti. Raciti up to the top. Windley with it now. Windley to the inside. Here's a shot in. Nice stop there by Taylor, but running through the crease after the fact was Windley, so Nova Scotia will grab the ball. This one out of their reach. Nova Scotia able to grab it back again, though, for a handoff pass, as it's going to be Hale with it now. Walking in, a shot. That one stopped up nicely as Team Ontario looking to set up again. So quick on the transition here has been Team Ontario, and it's no exception in this second period.
A great job by Brooke Hale for Nova Scotia on that last play, finding an opening, squeaking through, and a quality shot. That one just missing. A chance to maybe spark Nova Scotia offensively.
Thornley passes that one down low before heading off for a line change. Ontario looking to set up now. They need a shot, though. 2 seconds left. They aren't going to get it. And that will result in a Team Nova Scotia ball. A good effort, though, from Team O. As we come back again, Nova Scotia will pick things up with Wilkie. Side shakes one of them, now cutting off to the inside. Here's a shot. That one stopped. The rebound at the top of the semicircle going to be grabbed by Mills. Mills will move it around. Ontario. Such aggressive defense. Behind the back pass doesn't work out. It's right on a platter for Hill to grab and look to head back the other way. As we have Nova Scotia now picking things up, looking for the pass. There was Poirier, didn't work out, but there to back her up was Hayward. Hayward will airmail one up for Collins. Collins playing transition for Nova Scotia. Collins with it again now at the top. She'll let that one go, just sliding off wide to the glove side, as again it's going to be Collins trying to set something up. Nice long pass over. 5 seconds left to go on the clock. They need a shot here. They aren't going to get one. They're going to have to get it deep, and they don't. And it will be Lang for Ontario who starts things back up.
I like Collins' thinking on that, just trying to get a quality shot off. Not as close as you'd like, but it's still out front with traffic in front, and a near goal once again. Nova Scotia trying to get that monkey off their back, get that first one.
Nice pass. Here comes Ontario. Great defensive hit there by Rossong as she levels out her man, and now a battle for the ball right in front of the Team Nova Scotia crease area, and it looks like it will stay in Team O's hands.
Ontario really controlling things offensively.
Nice pass to the inside. Jones a shot, just missing that one. Nova Scotia back the other way. Windley with a nice check there. Here's Griffiths back again. Griffiths looking for help. She'll go around the crease, slow things down, looking for anybody open in front. She finds somebody, but a nice check there by McRae, able to knock away Stewart and negate the opportunity. As a long feed up ahead, trying to grab that one there. For Team Nova Scotia was London. She's beat out to it, and now it's Ontario trying to come back the other way with Thornley.
Once again, Ontario just doing such a good job at knowing where the whole team is at all times. Great passing work, keeping Nova Scotia guessing.
No doubt about that. Great stick work for sure. This one's just going to be shot off and wide. The rebound out in front. 5 seconds left here on the shot clock. Trying to get a shot. It's got to be fast. They got it. And it will reset, but no rebound coming out of Lawler on that one, so Nova Scotia ends up with it anyways on a big save from the Team NS netminder.
A great job by the netminder to keep that one out. Knew a shot was going to be coming. It came hard, and she's in great position.
As Nova Scotia trying to answer back, a nice save there by Payne. On the answer back, a couple good saves that we've seen here in the last few minutes of play of our second period. Now here comes Terrence trying to walk right in. Terrence to the goal. That one just missing wide to the stick side as taking a bump there was McRae, and it will be a Team Nova Scotia ball because of that. Back again now. Here comes Scotia. Rolling one up, it's going to be Hayward, the captain. Down low she will go. Trying to set up a play here is London. Back to the top for Collins, back for London. London down low. Hayward, quick shot in, tries to sweep one into the low corner. Doesn't work out. Now in a foot race for it here. Good job by Team Nova Scotia just to bat that one backwards. Collins, Hayward, trying to grab that one. In there is Hill. But a minute and 1 second left to go here, and it's going to be an Ontario ball. Hill will start things off for Team O.
Great job in Nova Scotia. You can tell in the last 5-6 minutes or so, they've really been focusing on just getting shots on net. You keep doing it, they're bound to go in eventually. Mounting at least 5 shots in the last 3 or 4 minutes.
Yeah, they're definitely close as Team Nova Scotia to getting on the board here. Only a matter of time. Nearly 17 shots. Ontario with only 10 more. Now cutting to the inside, trying to get one to go in the crease. Stepped Ross City, excuse me. And now we are back again, underway. Hayward with it, the captain for Nova Scotia. That one slipped out the back of her stick as Hayward again trying to guard as the two captains go head to head. Nice heads up play there, just able to roll that one over. Quick shot in is going to be stopped up by Payne. Nova Scotia grabbing the rebound. But that will do it for our second period of play. Nova Scotia scoring another 4, growing their lead to 6-0.
Well, and here's a look at it. There's an offensive flurry from Ontario. They really dominated in this period, picking up the pace, setting the tone. As cliche as that sounds, they really do. Controlled the speed of the game, got their shots on. Nova Scotia with some work to do.
Drinking more of summer with Tim's new iced lattes, now whipped for a silky smooth taste. Pairs perfectly with having nowhere to be. Or remembering you have a bunch of places to be. Try a smooth iced latte today in flavors like new brown sugar.
What is it about a place that stays with you long after you leave? Truth is, it's never what at all.
It takes a village to raise an athlete. For more than 120 years, Marine Atlantic has connected our sports communities with the people, places, and games they love.
Hello.
Hi, remember me? We bought your old house.
Yes.
We brought some mail.
Oh.
Hey.
The diaper subscription. I forgot to cancel it.
Yeah.
Oh, I bet the memories are coming back now. The Bebo app helps you keep an eye on where your money's going.
Like how?
Well, for one, it would have told you this subscription price had gone up multiple times.
It's a lot of diapers.
Well, extra's good. So where's the baby?
Oh, he's right here. This is a baby.
And that ain't no baby.
Gatorade. With electrolytes to help replenish what's lost in sweat, carbs to help fuel your working muscles, and fluids to help you hydrate. Scientifically formulated so you never stop competing. Rehydrate, replenish, refuel. Gatorade.
so many iconic sights. You might want to get used to saying wow.
A strong performer uses power wisely. The Toyota BZ4X is the official electric vehicle of the 2025 Canada Games. See our full electrified lineup at shoptoyota.ca.
A full life means something different to everyone. However you define a full life, we're here, paving the way for better access to care and empowering you every step of the way.
When you're in a place surrounded by ocean, you can walk in any direction and arrive somewhere spectacular.
Welcome back to our coverage of the 2025 Canada Summer Games from St. John's, Newfoundland and Labrador. Today we are just outside of St. John's and in Paradise, Newfoundland and Labrador at the Paradise Double Ice Complex. Here we go, Robbie. 20 minutes left to go. The score 6-0 for Team Ontario, but Nova Scotia still with some good opportunities here throughout the opening 40 minutes.
Certainly so, and Ontario really doing a great job of setting the tone from the start of this game until now, coming off a big second period. They want to keep that going into the third, but not the time to take unnecessary risks, not the time to try anything too absurd. Just stick to their game plan. It's been working thus far. And if you're Nova Scotia, it's go time. You really need to buckle down, take any chance you have, throw it at the net, make anything happen, and try to generate some offense.
Still lots of time left in this one, and here is Nova Scotia to the inside. That one stopped up on a good opportunity there for London. Still London trying to work away here. Ontario now quickly up the floor with Windley. Already one goal here today for her. We'll see if she can add to that total, as it will be Rossetti, excuse me. As Rossetti has it. Look at the cut here from Windley. She scores while falling down. My goodness. What a play there from Windley.
What great patience, just waiting for the perfect time to make that pass. We talked about that coming into the period. Don't take any unnecessary risks. Waits. Finally sees someone moving in, splitting the defense, and puts that past Lawler. Ontario off to a great start in this period once again.
While falling down was really special. That is a hard thing to do. Not many people can do that. That goes to show the skill of Olivia Windley as she gets her second goal of this bronze medal matchup.
Great point, Luke, as well. Falling down, able to maintain control, just shows you the skill of these athletes and the training that goes into it.
So it's going to be Rossetti with it to the inside. They score again as Rain Naganash will advance the lead once again for Team Ontario.
Team Ontario just been so locked in from the get-go during this bronze medal matchup. No signs of slowing down. There's the long pass and getting in. Great job of not getting in the crease as well. She was close, just picking her spot over the left shoulder, shooting it hard, just playing with such confidence right now is Team Ontario, and that's so big in these big games when medals are on the line.
It definitely is. As we are set for the face-off again. This one pulled back by Ontario. As Ontario with it now, looking to set up. This one passed over. Nice cut in again by Windley. And that one will find the back of the net as well. Windley will pick up the hat trick here and make it 9-0.
Well, she's been an outstanding player. 3 goals, as you mentioned. 3 to the 9, so a third of the goals coming from this young lady, but also a big physical presence out there, creating offense whenever she can. Here's another look at it. On the run, found a spot in the 5-hole. No mistake. Just precision. It's been the story of the day for this team from Ontario.
Definitely is, as we're going to have a goaltender swap. Peyton Lawler will come out for Miley Clark, but to no fault of Lawler, Robbie. She was strong in there.
No, certainly not. 30 shots she's faced. That's a lot. And not just shots like we've seen,
The
Luke.
quality of them as well.
Quality shots, exactly. And in tight, shooting hard. And Lawler doing the best she can. And all the best for her. Huge congratulations playing in this bronze medal game. That's what these games are about, is creating moments in these young athletes' lives as they're in the young stages of high-performance sport. And that's going to be something she'll remember forever. So a great job for this young goaltender, that is Peyton Lawler.
So Clark coming into the game, no warm-up for Clark here. So she'll have to settle in quickly. As Ontario off the face-off, it's going to be Lang with it. Lang will wait for the line change to happen. Here's Winley, trucks over one, trying to cut it back inside the zone. Nice pass in, a shot just off and wide, as it looks like Clark got a piece of it, so a nice start for her in the Nova Scotia goal. As a whistle will go, and another minor infraction. This time it's against Ontario, so Nova Scotia has the ball now.
Collins.
As here comes Martin. Team Nova Scotia has to set up a play here. It's going to be passed up to the top. Anthony handing it over. Nice passing here from Team NS. The shot coming in, held on to nicely by Payne.
Great job in Nova Scotia to rebound after giving up those quick goals, creating an opportunity of their own. Got to start to make those count.
As closing in on 16 minutes left to go here from our bronze medal matchup. This one walking in with it, a shot in, they score. Stewart will get that one to fall and extend Ontario's lead.
Well, that's been the story of the day for Ontario. Finding an opening, making their way in and capitalizing. There you see, just saw that Stewart was available. Clear shot, lots of time. Nova Scotia defense caught off guard and made them pay.
Nothing that Clark could do on that one, just a good cut and a good walk in there by Team Ontario, as it will be Thornley with it. For Team Ontario, continuing to press here. Still 15 minutes left to play in our third period. Nice hit there by Team Nova Scotia, as that was a Vong. Now she'll make a nice pass up, and here comes NS in towards the goal. Quick shot off the post, loose in the crease. Not able to find the back of the net.
Oh, poor Nova Scotia just finally got the break, beat the goalie, and hit the iron. Got a feel for them right now.
That post has been busy down there. You mentioned it earlier.
Gonna have some dents in it, I think, by the end of the day.
Might need a new net for our gold medal game. The action that's seen here so far. Armstrong, nice pass to the inside. A shot by Stewart. Going to be stopped up by Clark. And again, nice pass. Doesn't matter if it's Clark or Lawler in the Nova Scotia net. Like having an extra player out there, able to make the play. And Team Nova Scotia is going to get a penalty, as Gould will head to the box for cross-checking on a play that was not around the ball. And that will allow Ontario onto the power play.
Not what you want to see right now if you're Nova Scotia. Giving up those goals and obviously naturally very frustrated, but then just a breakaway as well. Beat the goalie and off the post. Such low chances of that happening. I know the frustrations are coming in, but you just got to maintain composure. Try to finish as strong as you can.
As we have Rossetti with it now. Rossetti up top will lay that one down low. Jones back up top to Rossetti. Now handed off again as Griffiths with it. She'll take a shot. That one close, but just missing off to the side. 5 seconds left. Need a shot. That one's going to miss on the rebound, and a nice save there. Really strong job by Clark to get back over in time to stop that one.
Nova Scotia trying to break through 3 Ontario defenders.
And they do, on a great job there by Amara Bowers. Really strong, too, not to get pushed into the crease, because that's exactly what Ontario was trying to do. But staying strong. Now a minute left to go on this penalty kill for Team Nova Scotia.
Nova Scotia going to have to get one on the board here soon as time ticking away. 13-15 on the clock, and that's
another penalty. Interference now. St. Hilaire will head off. Not what you want to do when you're already down on a 5-on-4 penalty kill.
Certainly not, especially the St. Hilaire going to the box as well. She's been a big presence in this Nova Scotia team right through this game, and it's easy to get frustrated right now, but it's important you just keep your emotions in check. Try and stay in the game and do what you can to create shots. It's pretty hard when you're down 2 people.
Quickly to the inside, nice stop there. Raciti still sitting up there at the top, creating it a 4-on-3, Robbie. Some teams do this in order to create some more space, as it is a tactic on the 5-on-3 penalty kill, or power play, excuse me. So Raciti with it again. She'll throw one up and then hit the brakes, as it's going to be Griffiths with it now. Handing it off. Nice move here. Winley to the inside. Good stop, but she stepped in the crease. And it will be an a Nova Scotia ball as Hayward with it now. Quick pass and a good one. As Collins into the offensive zone. 1:10 left to go on the penalty kill. It's 5-on-4 now, as we have Collins still with it. Good job just holding on here and killing some time in the corner as they continue to battle. Whistle will go, and it's going to be in the favor of Team Nova Scotia. Is Collins with it?
I believe it was.
They're telling Ontario to back up. Ontario not doing a fantastic job of listening. Eventually they do. And we will be allowed to get back underway with Nova Scotia controlling. Quickly pinned up again in the corner. As we have 11.5 minutes left to go, it's going to be Griffiths with it now. Here comes Griffiths. Looking to set up, 15 seconds left to go on the power play. Strong kill thus far from Team Nova Scotia. Griffiths still now, handing it off. Jones working its way in with Winley, and it's going to be stopped again by Clark. Clark's been strong here for Nova Scotia since she came into the matchup around 7 minutes ago.
Ontario throughout the day doing such a good job of positioning and getting back when they need to and not letting Nova Scotia generate any scoring opportunities, or many, I should say.
Hayward will go to Avong. Avong, that one rink wide. Doesn't work out. As again now, Nova Scotia aggressive here on the forecheck, still trying to battle for it, but the shot clock will expire, and Ontario will take it over from there as the ball's in play.
Once again, you see Ontario just getting spread out, taking their time, setting the tone, getting into great position at all times, especially on the offense.
As we have Armstrong handing it in down low, trying to set up here. Stort wanted that one. Raciti trying to come in and grab that, but quickly met there by Gabby London. Now, again, Ontario in a battle for it. Ontario has it with Armstrong, not able to get a shot off. Nova Scotia once again trying to come back. We are officially past the halfway point in this third period. Ontario really putting up a great performance here.
Certainly have, and there's St. Hilaire back on the field, and look at that defense from Ontario.
Really strong stuff, and now in on goal is Terrence. Up top, and a nice stop there by Clark. Really strong stuff here from the NS netminder.
I was going to say, if you want to give someone a pat on the back in blue right now, it is Clark. Coming into this game in such a tough situation and not a lot of time. And speaking of Clark, she heads to the bench for an extra attacker.
Yeah, delayed penalty on the play. As Avong passing it back, there's a bounce shot up into the netting. And it will be a Nova Scotia power play. As heading off to the box, I believe, is Terrence. 9:15 left to go here as Clark heads back to the net for Team Nova Scotia.
So Ontario, I believe their second penalty of the game. I wanted to say it was their first, but there was one a couple periods ago. But staying very disciplined is this Ontario team. Not letting anything break their focus. And look at the box setup for them on the penalty kill.
As quickly now, here's Collins with a looking back door, picked off again. Team Ontario so strong, picking off those cross-seam passes and a breakaway. Here for Team O, it's Hill in on goal, scores! Carly Hill puts one home to extend the lead for Team O.
And a great play though by Hill. Just such great eye on that ball, and where it goes, picks it off, goes the distance, start to finish. Saw 5-hole available, no mistake made. And Ontario just keeps it rolling.
So, approaching 8 minutes left to go here in the third period from this one at the Paradise Double Ice Complex. As again now, this one will be blown dead as it looks like a timeout will be called. 8:12 left to go. Ontario with a handsome lead on Nova Scotia, and has been battling strong here in this one. The compete going right to the end for Team Nova Scotia, who have not given up, hanging in there the whole way through.
Yeah, they certainly have, and no matter what happens here at the end, Nova Scotia's got to look back at this, and what a great week they've had, trailing by 11 with 8 minutes to go. Certainly not a favorable situation to be in, but a great team here from the East Coast, and a lot of great things all week coming out from them. Perhaps not what they had hoped for, the performance they had hoped for, but they ran into a team today in Ontario that I don't know who was going to beat them today. They are just so strong, doing everything right, just finding ways to not get in trouble at all times, staying focused, moving the ball around, and there's still time on the clock, and comebacks do happen in sports, of course. It's going to be a long road for them, but this Nova Scotia team, if you're just joining us and seeing the score, they're certainly a great team.
Absolutely, and look at the teams that they're finishing in front of as well. Quebec, Saskatchewan, Manitoba. Those are some big provinces. As here is Ontario, Windley with it. 45 seconds left on the Nova Scotia power play. Windley trying to cut to the inside. Good stick check. Nobody really knew where the ball was. Hayward with it now. For Team Nova Scotia. She'll wait for a line change before dishing that one off. Taking it in stride is going to be Hale. Hale with it. Looking for help. Passing one off again. Now a quick shot in. That one will be stopped up. There's another strong save there for Payne, her 22nd of the afternoon. Here's Windley.
Windley staying so tough, and look at her IQ out there. Knows that there's still lots of time on the shot clock. Such a comfortable lead, not taking any chances, which we talked about. Trying to take as many seconds off the clock as they can in the offensive zone.
Ezra City with that one. Nice move in. Need a shot. They aren't going to get one. Nova Scotia grabs the ball and will head up. Stewart awfully close there, so she has to back off before we can get back underway. As Collins with it. Collins has Avong to one side. She'll hit Martin right down the middle. This one working back over again as Avong with it. That shot in is a comfortable save for Payne, who hands the rebound out for Team Ontario to get back going again as Chapman throws it up.
Great job by Payne today as well, facing 23 shots and to make a few tough ones. She's been rock solid for Ontario.
She's been a great backbone for this Team O for sure. Cutting to the inside is Griffiths on the line, cleared off by Team Nova Scotia.
Great heads-up play by the Nova Scotia defense, knowing that that ball was loose, and I think it was literally on the line. Doing what you have to do to get down there and stop it from crossing.
Team Nova Scotia, good ball movement. Trying to cut in now is Anthony. Bounce shot there, doesn't work out for her, but it will stay a Team Nova Scotia ball, I believe. No, Ontario will grab it. They will look to move up. And starting it off will be Terrence.
Nova Scotia trying to keep them to the outside. They got to try and get that ball back. Stop that shot clock. Still 12 seconds left for Ontario.
Ontario just trying to run down the time in this one. They will hand it off. Now moving in with it, trying to take a shot there. That one over the mark. As Nova Scotia will look to grab that one. We are back in play. They will start from their own end. Good pick there from Team Nova Scotia. As now taking it up is Wilkie. Wilkie walking in a shot. That one just missing off and wide. It's the rebound off to the side wall. Ontario is going to be the first team there. Again, here they come. It's going to be Team Ontario driving in as Howitt looking for the hat trick. Hit the crossbar on that one. Doesn't get much closer than that.
Certainly not. Not the...
As we pick things back up inside of the Team Ontario end. St. Hilaire. That pass just past Hayward. She'll grab it now for handing it off. Now cutting back to the inside. There was Anthony looking for that one, but couldn't connect. As 5 seconds left to go on the shot clock, and Team Ontario has possession of the ball. They'll look to take one up. Howitt dishes it off, and from there, taking over will be Griffiths.
Griffiths doing a good job of just staying composed, not taking any risks in the offensive zone. Under 4 minutes to go, leading by 11, no need.
Strong shot there by Winley, who continues to look for another goal. Now out in front, that one's going to just be off and wide. It's Team Nova Scotia with possession. Ontario quick to close in again. Is starting to get going again here. It's Martin who will lead the charge for Team Nova Scotia. Up the floor, lets it fly. That one just a little bit too high, but the right idea there from Martin. As it will be a Team Nova Scotia ball. They will maintain possession here inside of offensive territory.
A great job by Nova Scotia to certainly not throw in the towel, getting a few shots in late. Trying to get on the board.
As we have Ontario with it again. Long stretch feed and a nice one in stride. The shot coming in. That one not working out. As a good job and a good effort by Jones. Could not beat Clark on that one. With 3:02 left to go in this third period.
We mentioned it before, but what a day for Clark coming into this game and certainly in an unfavorable position and responding well. She's faced some tough shots, able to get some big stops against this tough Ontario team.
Now walking in is Jones and another good save. Clark playing some great lacrosse here right now.
Certainly is.
As we have Team Nova Scotia once more with a Vong. Inside of her own end, pressured quickly now. It's going to be Armstrong back the other way, trying to get one in towards the goal. A shot in, she'll score. With 2:28 left to go, it will be Armstrong extending the lead.
Yeah, Ontario just doing a good job of moving the ball around, not taking any risks. Looked for the pass. Top corner was available and no mistake made as they put another one on the board.
Good job by Armstrong, too, to jump and help out her angle on that one. As coming in for the draw now for Team Nova Scotia is Gabby London. 2.5 minutes left to play here. Taking a bump is Lang. She will keep possession though and walk in to the zone. Lang dropping it back. She'll head off for a line change. Nice heads up play there by Naganosh. Swerve away from the attack. This one, nice stop there by Clark. As it's back again now, Ontario looking up to the top. A shot coming in. Clark with a strong save. Ball cleared back. Nova Scotia trying to race in towards the goal. Jamming on the brakes cutting to the inside, looking for help. It's a one-on-one, got to look behind you. Ball coming over. Here's the shot and save by Payne.
Payne also coming up with some big saves today for Ontario, and there's a good shot as well.
Martin just missing that one. That was close. Now Collins looking back door. Nice reception, turn on a fire, and another stop by Payne. Up to Martin. There's a shot in, that one deflecting off and wide. Grabbing the rebound off the glass is Hale. Looking back door again to Anthony. Trying to take one in, and another strong stop there by Payne. What a surge here from Team Nova Scotia, showing no quit in the blue and white.
A great individual effort from Anthony from Nova Scotia as well. Alone in the slot. Great spin move to get the first shot, but didn't give up with it. Ball came back to her, got another quality shot off, but two great saves from White.
Absolutely. As we are back to Stewart. Handing it off. 4 seconds left, 3 seconds left. Going to dump it down. As time continuing to tick away here. Nova Scotia, that pass not working out, and now back in comes Griffiths for Team Ontario. Passing it back to Armstrong. Time winding down. Just grabbing it now is going to be Windley. Resorting back behind the crease. Nova Scotia not letting them quit here. Windley.
Oh, that's what it's all about, Luke, is putting that effort in. No quit until that final buzzer goes.
And Ontario has won bronze at the 2025 Canada Summer Games. A great effort from Team O the whole way through.
Certainly was, and look at the effort from them today. You knew they had a game plan coming into this big game, and they stuck with it, and it paid off right from the get-go. Looking so calm, cool, collected, not nervous under the bright lights, and that extra pressure that we talked about, medals being on the line, and these athletes responded accordingly, all coming out with the performance of a lifetime, set the tone from the start. There you see some more looks at it. The amazing offense that came out of Team Ontario today, and a big congratulations to Nova Scotia as well on a great tournament. Certainly nothing to be disappointed about or to hang their hats on. Certainly a huge effort and a big accomplishment to finish fourth at the Canada Games, but of course today it was Ontario winning bronze in dominant fashion.
It definitely was. As a great bronze medal game. Fourth place, still a very solid finish for Team Nova Scotia. Team Ontario will enjoy those medals as they were very well deserved. So that will do it for our bronze medal matchup from the 2025 Canada Summer Games. So congratulations to Ontario. We'll catch you back here for the final in a little bit.